welcome to another Relax and Paint. And today I'm working on some white multimedia paper. Like it's not quite watercolor paper, but it's something like that. I've got my foam plate and I put a few colors on here that I was going to use. And I'm using Folk Art multi-surface paint. This is titanium white. And there's wicker white or titanium white. It's had the metal, wood, and glass on top because it's multiple surfaces that it works on. I'm using floating medium. And floating medium is the fluff that's inside the paint with no pigment in it. So it has the body, but we don't want to use water. So I'm going to come in here first of all, and we're picking up a little bit of white, even though we're going to be on white paper. We're using my Donna Dewberry Folk Art one-stroke brushes, and I've designed them just for painting, one-stroke painting, okay? My technique is called one-stroke because you blend, shade, and highlight in each stroke. I have put a pencil design here for the pumpkin, all right? So I'm going to come into each segment of the pumpkin, and I went ahead and drew a second pumpkin so I could see where to make my segments from. So see, we're going to come right around here. The reason I put white also is so that it moves easy for me. So I can pick out floating medium. It's got a little bit of white that helps me. This is my 3/4 inch flat brush. And I want you to see how very quick and easy you can create something that looks pretty darn good. Flat, you're laying the brush down flat, you're coming down in here, and we're going to come right up here and bring it down again. Okay, so this is coffee latte and wicker white or titanium white. All right, so I can make a little bit of accents in here. We're just touching the brush a little bit, just a little bit of detail. All right, a little bit up here. Okay, and we get some medium and come down along here. So we're going to tap, 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 tap. Just for shading, okay? I can come down here again. I'm going to come right in there and clean this up. There you go. Now, I'm going to do this one down here, the same color, but I want to put some blue in between. So I'm going to wash out the 3/4 flat, and I'm going to pick up, this is blue peacock. So I'm going to pick up some white and then work with the blue peacock. Get some floating medium. See, I just go straight into it. And I want to pick up a little bit of Prussian blue, because I think it's got a really pretty color. All right, so we're going to come right in here. And we're going to stop where the lower pumpkin's going to be. All right, get some medium. See, I'm just picking, just put the chisel, the tips of the bristles into the medium. Okay. More medium. All right, we're going to come right in here. Go over it a couple of times. All right, a little bit more. So we're going to come right in here. So I like to do a lot of pumpkins during this time of the year. Okay, this is peaceful. Hopefully you'll watch and come back a little bit today and just say, hey, I'm going to try this out. Okay, so I can come in here with a little bit of just the Prussian and grab a little bit more of that darker blue. See, on the chisel, just on that tip of the bristles. Okay. So I can come in here and add just a few here and there. A little bit more. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to wash that out. And then we're going to come in here with the coffee latte again. Okay, I'm going to do a heavier coffee latte this time because I got to cover some of this. All right. Put some blue and the brown in there. There we go. Isn't that kind of fun? So you're going to get 3 pumpkins. You're going to come in here and make divisions, segments of the pumpkin. So it's peaceful in the morning before everybody gets up. You can come, sit here, and create just a little bit with me. Okay. So I've got a lot of color in that already, so I think it's probably okay. And we're going to come in with some darker brown and do the trunks a little bit, but the stems. Okay, so I want to come in here, pick up some medium, work this in, and then I want to show you something. Out here, I'm going to come right in here. I'm going to use a teeny bit of a paint called asphaltum. It's a matte color. But if you have, excuse me, just woke up everybody. Let's get some burnt umber. Let me just do that and I won't wake up everybody in the house. Okay. That asphaltum's a pretty color, but that's okay. We'll use burnt umber. Okay. So I'm going to get some white, medium, work it in, work it. So we kind of wanted a watercolor effect. So I can come here. All right. So that gives us a little bit of another color. I'm going to put some blue in here. All right. So the blue is going to come down on top of this, but I'm going to get a little bit of burnt umber. And we'll put that stem in there. All right. So a little bit here. All right. And I'll pull a stem in there. Okay. I'm going to come right in here a little bit darker. If you don't like something, just go get more paint and go right back over it. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to come back in here again. And right over here, let's turn it around a little bit. I'm going to come right in here. And we're going to come on this side. Let's get some medium. And so this dark brown was right in the middle. All right. And a little bit more, which I'll make it come right down here. Then all the rest of this is going to be blue. Okay. So let's come here and let's just make it a little bit more jagged. See? All right. Now I'm going to take a smaller brush, like let's get the 16 flat. And I'm going to do coffee latte and a little bit of this burnt umber. All right. So this is what I want to do. I want to come here, here, here. So I'm on the flat of the brush. And I'm going to go to each segment and go to there. Okay. And then I'm going to decide that I want this way up here. Okay. Now I'm going to pull these strokes down and bring them from here. And I keep coming over to my plate, pick up the paint. Okay. And I can come a little bit in here, guys. The stems kind of twist when they're on the vine, so you can kind of see that. Okay. Same thing here. 1, 2. Okay, we're going to come this way. I'm going to bring a little bit of the blue in here. All right, I put a little bit of blue. All right, and then we're going to come down here. Oops. Come to this one. So we're going to come right in here. Okay, see, I'm just going around the segments of the pumpkin. And hey, I can use my treasure gold colors. I can put in this stems and it even makes it look better. All right. All right, I'm going to come in here a little bit right there. Let's get a little bit about that Prussian here. Prussian looks a little bit like a really dark blue. There we go. Oh, this is kind of relaxing and fun. It's not supposed to be stressful. So let's take, I want to take this big brush, 3/4 flat. That was a 16 flat. All right, so I'm going to come right in here. And I'm going to make it kind of watercolor looking. So let's try it without white, but let's try it with just a little bit of floating medium. Okay. All right, so I keep coming in here. Okay, so I'm going to come in here. All right, so it's got a stem here. It's me. So we've got all those browns. Now we just want to come in here and do some pretty blues. So, all right. I'm going to put a little bit of the darker blue on that edge. But the floating medium's helping me get a lot of this, right? Isn't that kind of fun? I'm going to come way down here. We're going to come right along here, remember? And since it's kind of transparent, it's kind of fun to see it. And I say it kind of sees, gives you the watercolor effect because you can see through it. You can see the brown underneath a little bit. And then I can do a little bit here. See, the more floating medium, which I need more. The more floating medium, the lighter it gets. Like a gel that comes out there, pretty cool. All right, now I can come in here and more when it dries and put a little bit of the blues in this down here. Some more in here. So it gives you a little bit of that feeling that it is kind of watercolor. Okay. All right. So let's come in here. A lot of medium. A little fancy. All right, so now I'm going to come on this side. See, I keep working. That's just floating medium. I've up to now, I've been putting white every time with the colors, white with the coffee latte, white with the blue. But right now, it's just floating medium, and you get this really pretty transparent color. I just wanted to have fun this morning, and I thought, let's do real crazy tan and blue. Let me try this to make me see it better. Let's come in here. All right, really big blue leaf. Depends on what your decor is. And this can go year round. It doesn't have to be for the fall season. If this is the colors in the home and farmhouse, you would see some pumpkins and squash even during different holiday seasons. Let's come out there. All right. So pick any color you want. It can be all pink melons and other colors. It can be all lavenders. This year they have pumpkins with orange and lavender accents or orange and blue. Okay. So I have a little teeny bit of blue in here. Just a little bit to warm it up. All right, so now I'm going to take my liner and I'm going to, let's just do blue. So I put a little water in this to make it inky. Okay, so we make it inky here. Doesn't that really add to it? I don't know about you, but I like having a few curls. This is a quick little project doing pumpkins. I wanted to do 4 different canvas squares with 4 different backgrounds and 4 different colored pumpkins and do a setting for the hanging on the wall. Thought that would be nice. You can also come around to each leaf with this. Say we're going to come here, so I can come up here. I like color book outlining. You don't have to do it exact. Okay. Just to there. Get some more water. Okay, oops, I touched this, so I messed it up a little bit. So we can come right in here and add a little bit to this. See over here? Okay. So stay on one side of this. Okay, so I'm going to turn it so these are all the same color. So let's come here. And then let's curl the tip. Pull the stem in. So all of that adds to how pretty it looks. So seeing this 2 script liner is made to really do a long lot of paint, like an ink pen. So now what happens here? All right, so I'm going to come here and curl. I can push and stand up. Get some more blue. And I ran out of paint. The reason it's running out of paint is because I'm on pretty dry paper. Okay. But I want you to see that by coming in here with this liner, you can add lots of more detail on here. For instance, I can take this burnt umber. I cleaned the brush. I got more water. Okay, so I can take and round it around here. All right, then you can come up here. Now what I can do on here is take and wind this around. Wind this around. And just give you a little bit different perspective of the vine. And over here, you just make them kind of fancy. All right. And then this brown, this is burnt umber. I can come across the bottom. Just because it's at the bottom, it needs to be a little darker. All right. And I can sign it. I didn't mean to cover this whole white piece of paper because when I make copies, if you guys want the copies of the pattern and the painting, sometimes it gets too big. So was that fun? I hope you like that. I'm excited for you guys to wake up and try this this Wednesday morning. Thank you so much for being on with me today. I would love for you to subscribe and ring the bell so you know exactly when I come on with fresh new. And check out my membership. the membership gives you lots of let's learn how to paint with Donna. Okay. And we have full length lessons, and it's very inexpensive. It's basically $10 a month. So come try. All right. And I'll see you next time.